welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. We have to start with the web technology class, and this is your class 16. We had covered up 15 classes of all, and that what we had discussed is your unit 1. Then we had discussed unit 2, in which we had discussed this in the 3 parts, that is in HTML, CSS and XML. and then after that हमने यूनिट 3 किया है जो कि स्क्रिप्टिंग एंड नेटवर्किंग है, वो कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. यूनिट 4 हमने कर लिया है जो कि EJB एंड JDBC है, वो भी हम पूरी कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. एंड अब हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं यूनिट 5, दैट इज़ योर सर्वलेट एंड JSP. इसको भी हम पार्ट्स में ही करेंगे. पार्ट 1 आपका सर्वलेट है और पार्ट 2 जो है वो आपका JSP है. Okay, so after that we will be completing this web technology whole, and first of all, it's a huge request to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. As in the last class we had done the question that a program that is of first 100 prime numbers that we have to find it out, and that we had done in the last class as well. Now आज भी हम प्रोग्राम के ही थ्रू स्टार्ट करेंगे. सो राइट अ वेब एप्लीकेशन यूजिंग अ सर्वलेट to compute an area of a circle and get the radius from the client, and write necessary Web Dot Xml file as well. So here we'll do these in the 4 steps here. So other than just writing of that question that you can write it down. Write a web application using Servlet to compute an area of a circle, get the radius from the client, write necessary Web.xml file. So this what we'll have to do it. Now we'll go ahead with the step 1, step 2 and a step 3 and a step 4 as well. So in a first step, what you have to do is you have to create an HTML document for a client side, and using the HTML document client that can enter the radius for the completions of area of circle. For that we will be writing it out is your step 1. So start with the HTML and head, then title, that is your client form, then title, close. After that what we have to, as I told you about here, we have to create an HTML document from a client side, and using this HTML document, client can enter the radius for the computations of the area of the circle here. And after that we'll be closing the title tag, and I will be opening up closing a head tag as well that we had opened here. And after that we'll start with the body tag, then form, that is form action equals to http://localhost/examples/servlet. This is servlets and this is servlet circle area. Method equals to get. Now we will be starting with the enter a radius of the circle. Enter radius of the circle, that is input type equals to text name equals to radius br tag close. Then after that input type equals to submit value equals to submit, form tag close, body tag close, and as well as HTML tag as well as close. So this is the first step that what we had done here. Now in the second step we have to start with it, that is just take in the second step we have to create the following servlet program in which the value of the radius is read and the area of the circle is computed and will be displayed on the web page, and for that we will be doing a step 2 here, that is step 2. So what we have to do is we'll start with the import.java, import java.input-output, pivot java.input-output.abstract semicolon, then import java.net, then import javax dot servlet, import javax dot servlet dot http, then we have a public class circle area extends http servlet, start another curly bracket, protected void do get http servlet request, that is request http servlet response throws servlet exception, input output exception, start in the curly bracket, string radius equals to request.get parameter, that is radius, then we have int or equals to integer dot parse int radius. Now for the response dot set content type we will do it here. This is your response dot set content type, that is text slash HTML char set, that is your character set, equals to UTF-8, that is print writer out equals to response.get writer, that is your out dot print ln HTML, that is out dot print ln head out dot print ln title, that is servlet sum title, out dot print ln head tag close, then out dot print ln body tag start, then here double e equals to 3.14 or abstract r. Now with the regard of it, we'll be printing it out another way, that is your out dot print ln the area of circle is plus a, then out dot print ln that is the body tag close. Then we have out dot print ln HTML tag close, that is out dot close, then star. We will close the all the three curly brackets here, all the two curly brackets. Okay, so this is the step 2, that what we have to perform it out. And now we'll go through with the step 3. In the step 3, what we have to do is you edit a web.xml in the web inf folder as follows. So that what we have to do it. Step 3. Okay, so for that step 3 we have to do it. Go ahead. Servlet, that is servlet name, circle area, servlet name, servlet class, circle area, servlet class, then servlet close. Then after that, servlet mapping, servlet name, circle area, close the servlet name, URL pattern, then servlet circle area, URL pattern. Then after that, after it we have to close the servlet mapping as well. So now we will go ahead with the step 4, and the output will be as follows. Here we'll be getting an output here, that is just step 4. That is, you will be getting an output where that is your client form is enter the radius of the circle, like अपने 10 here, submit here, and then after that you will get the answer. So this is all what we have to do it. This is the that we had done, or step 4, step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4 as follows. That what we had done. You can do it and you can implement it as well as. And now we'll move ahead with the another one, and that is what we have to do is the another program that we are doing, and that is in the reference toward the अगर आपने 10 radius डाला, so the area of the circle will be 314 that you will get it out. Okay, and even though you can find it out by using the formula as well, you will get that only. So अगर आप radius जो है वो 10 डाल रहे हो तो आपको area मिलेगा 314. ओके, और आप डिफरेंट अगर रेडियस डालोगे तो डिफरेंट आपको एरिया मिलता रहेगा. Now we'll do another program, that is a write a servlet which accept two numbers using the post method and display the maximum. That what we have to do it. And even though that we will be doing in a steps only, and in a two step that will complete it, like as the numbers input.html, and the second step that max number.java, and for that we will be completing it out. Let's go ahead there. So here we'll go ahead with that only, and that your question is you write a servlet which accept two numbers using post method and display the maximum. So here we'll do it with a step 1 and a step 2. For the step 1 we have to do it that the HTML document for the inputting the two numbers is as follows, and for that we will be doing as like making a numbers input dot html, and for that we have to make it out is you're starting with HTML here, HTML, then head, then body, then div align equals to center, that is tag close. Then we have a form action equals to http localhost examples servlet max number method equals to post. Here we'll go ahead with this only, that is you enter the first number, input type equals to text, value equals to name equals to number 1, size equals to 5, that is your BR tag close, BR tag as well as close as well. Enter second number, input type equals to text, value equals to, that is name equals to number 2, size equals to 5, and then we'll break it out. Then we'll go ahead with input type equals to submit value, that is equals to submit. Then form tag close, div tag close, body tag close, and then after that we have an HTML tag as well as close. Now for the step 2 we will do ahead, and we'll go ahead with the step 2 here. And in the step 2 that the servlet code that handles the post method and find the maximum of the two input numbers is asked to be follows, and for that we will be doing it like max number.java. Okay, and for that we have to do it here. We'll be writing it out as your import java.input output.abstract. For that we have import javax dot servlet, then import javax dot servlet dot http, then we have public class max number extends http servlet, that another we will class start with the class that is protected void do post, that is http servlet request req http servlet response, that is res throws servlet exception without exception. Then after that we'll start the curly bracket here. Hit with this, and with regard of it we'll start with the curly bracket here, and that is for the res dot set content type, that is text slash html, then print writer out equals to res dot get writer, and that is your get request parameter for the user ID and the password. We will do it int a equals to integer dot parse and rec dot get parameter number 1, then int b equals to integer dot parse int that get parameter, that is number 2. If a is greater than b, then out dot print ln 4, that is the maximum number is plus a plus, then h4 tag close, else out dot print ln h4, that is the maximum number is plus then h4 tag close as well, then closing the curly bracket here. So this is all about step 2, and now we'll start with the step 3, that what we have to discuss here. And in the step 3 here, in the step 3, if I'm talking about step 3 here, that is indeed in the reference towards the step 3 here, we have to see here that we'll get here output. And in the case of the output, what we'll be finding it out is in the process, like that will get is you enter the first number, like if you had entered the 100 number in the first number, and enter the second number, that is your 100, and this is just 200. So of course you will, the maximum number is 200 here, so that will be, you will be getting get as an answer. Now we'll be explain the request response object in the HTTP servlet. and the HTTP servlet responses, and for that we will be discussing it about here only. And for that the first is your HTTP servlet request. The HTTP servlet request. So here in this that is the HTTP servlet request is used to obtain the information from the client HTTP request, and for that there are many methods. There are the 6 methods, and with that they had a descriptions here. So I will be talking about methods and description, so that we have to do it with methods here. Starting with the first method here, that what we have to discuss is your string get method. That is the first method, and here it returns the HTTP method for the client request. You can write it down. For the another one we have is a string get path info. Here that returns the path information about the servlet path. The third we have is your HTTP session get session. With this that returns the current sessions here. The another we have is your string get header string fields. So here it returns the value of the header field. Now with the other one, that is your cookie get cookies. So here the cookie and get cookies here, with regard of it returns the information in the cookies in the request made. The another we have is your string get auth type. So here it returns the type of the authentication here. This is all related about the HTTP servlet request. Now we will discuss about HTTP servlet response. So here that what we have to discuss is HTTP servlet response. So here also we'll discuss some of the methods. Here 4 methods we have to discuss with the descriptions. But before that, the HTTP servlet responses interfaces is used to formulate an HTTP response to the client, and various methods that what we have to discuss is the methods here. And as I told you about that description, I will be telling you, you can, if you are making notes, you can just write it down by your side if I'm telling you. And because maximum number of the students are not making notes, so I'm not going to describe that, but yes, I will be telling you about in the detail. And you can just, if you are making notes, that's so good for you, because it will be helping you while you are your semesters will come. And for that the first method we have is your void add cookie. That is, this method is used to add cookies in the response. The other one we have is your string encode URL. That is a string URL, and for that this method is used to encode the specified URL. The another one we have your boolean contains header. That is a string f. Here this method returns true if the response header contains the field f. The next we have is your void send error. That is int code. This method sends an error code to the client. Now we'll discuss about the another one, that is the program writer servlet registration servlet to get the values from the registration.html page, that is HTML page, and it displays the content and write the Web Dot Xml file as well. For that we have to do it, and that what we have to discuss in a detail as well. So here we have a question. Write a servlet registration servlet to get the values from registration.html, that is HTML page, and display the contents write the Web.Xml file. So here we'll do it, and here we'll be doing in a steps as well. In a step 1, that is to create an HTML document, and that document should be created in the registration.html. So we'll go ahead with the HTML and a head tag, HTML, then head, then after that body, div align equals to center, then BR tag. Here we'll be opening it. Then after that we have to remember that we have to close it out as well. Now with the form action, HTTP localhost examples servlet registration servlet method equals to post. Then enter first name, that is your input type equals to text, value equals to name equals to frame, size equals to 5. With the regard of it, here we'll be closing the BR tag, close, enter surname. Now for the input type equals to text, value equals to name equals to first name, size equals to 5. That is BR tag, closing BR tag as well. Then enter address, that is input type equals to text, value equals to name equals to address, that is size equals to 30. Then BR tag as well as close, then enter. Here with the record of it, and after that BR tag we have to close that. So here that is an input type, we have to text, or value is name and an address, that what we have taken it out here, and the size is 30. And after that the BR tag, and we will be starting and entering the phone, and enter phone, that is your input type लेंगे इसके लिए, that is input type equals to text, value equals to name, that is equals to phone, size equals to 12. Now after that we'll close the BR tag. Then we have input type equals to submit, value equals to register, form tag close, div tag close, body tag close, and of course the HTML tag as well close. Now for the step 2 here, that what we have to discuss as follows is your step 2. Here in the step 2, what we have to do is now create a servlet program named registration.servlet servlet, which collects the data for the registration and entered by the above HTML file and displayed it, and that will be registration servlet.java. Okay, so here we will start with the import java dot input output abstract, import javax dot servlet. Then after that another one we have, then we have is your import javax dot servlet dot http. Then we have public class registration servlet that extends http servlet, start in the curly bracket here. We have a protected void do post, that is http Now for the protected void do here, that is your post, that is http servlet request req, that is the rest here. And then after that, so here after that we have request, that is your comma, that is request rq, that is Servlet exception input output. Here we'll go ahead with input output exception. Then after that here that what we have to go through with is your, so here we'll start with another curly bracket, that is your res.set content type, that is text slash html, that is your print writer out equals to res.get writer. Then that is a get request parameter from HTML document that is created in the step 1, and for that we have another one, that is for the step 2, that we have a string first name equals to rec, that is req dot get parameter, that is f name, string surname equals to req dot get parameter, that is s name. Then we have string address equals to req dot get parameter, that is your address. Now string phone equals to req dot get parameter, that is your phone. Out dot print ln h4 first name plus first name plus h4 tag close. Out dot print ln h4 tag last name plus surname plus h4 tag as well as close. Now for after that we will be having out dot print ln, that is h4 tag address plus h4 tag close. Then after that out dot print h4 phone plus phone plus h4 tag close. Then after that curly bracket, okay, it is not visible, oh sorry. Then after that curly bracket close. Then after that another curly bracket that will be closing here, and for that this is a step 2 that will be end up here. Now we'll go ahead with step 4, that what we have to step 3 that we have to do it. That is your step 3 में हमें क्या करना है, the web.xml file will be you have to create it, and that is by the name web.xml. So here we'll do that. XML version, that is XML version here equals to 1.0, encoding equals to ISO 8859.1, that is servlet name registration servlet, that is servlet name. Then after that what we have to do it with another one, that what we have to continue with. And after that after this we have another one, that is servlet class registration servlet, and then servlet class as well. Then a servlet tag close, then servlet mapping, servlet name equals to registration servlet, that is your the servlet tag, the servlet name tag will be close. Now after that we'll be starting with another one that we have here, that after that after the servlet name tag close here, and after this we will start with the URL pattern here. Here we'll go ahead with the URL pattern, that is servlets servlet registration servlet URL pattern, that is your servlet mapping, that is your web app. Now we'll go ahead with another one, that is your write a login servlet. Take input your username and a password from the HTML file login.html, and authenticate user and write a Web Dot Xml there. And what we will be have to do in our steps, that was your 3 steps we will be doing that. And for that we have a long method, and that's what we have to do it. We'll start with that. Here we'll go ahead with the starting, that is your login servlet. हम start करेंगे write a login servlet here. So that take input username and password from the HTML file login.html and authenticate user write web.xml. So for that we will do it, and I will be writing a question that we have to do. Write a servlet, take input username and password from HTML file login.html and authenticate user, that is write web.xml. Okay, for that we have to do it. We'll be doing it in a step wise. So the step 1 we have here, that to create an HTML form for accepting the username and the password here. So here we will be writing it out, and you have to create an HTML form for accepting the username and the password. So here we will take it as input.html. So we'll start with that, and that is your HTML head, and then after that we will be start with the head closing as well, then body start, then form action, that is equals to http://local host/. examples slash servlets slash, that is your servlet login servlet method equals to get username, it is input type equals to text, name equals to uname backslash, then break tag close, then we have password, that is input type equals to password, name equals to pwd backslash, then fill input type equals to submit, value equals to submit backslash, then फिर फॉर्म टैग क्लोज करेंगे, आफ्टर दैट बॉडी टैग क्लोज करेंगे, एंड उसके बाद हम HTML टैग भी क्लोज करेंगे. Okay, so now this is the first step. Now we'll discuss about the step 2, that what we have to discuss here. In the step 2 here, that we have to create a servlet program to read the username and the password and validate it, and for that we will take as login servlet dot java, and for that we will be writing a Java program here, from starting with the import Java, that is import Java dot input output dot abstract, then import javax dot servlet, then import javax dot servlet dot http dot abstract. Then after that, public class login, we will have to go through with that. So we'll go ahead with the public void. Okay, पहले public class start करें. Public class login servlet extends http servlet. Okay, खत्म. http servlet, start another curly bracket, then we have to start with public void do get, that is http servlet request, it is req, http servlet response, that is res, that is throws servlet exception, input output exception, then start another curly bracket, print writer out equals to res dot get writer, then res dot set content type, that is equals to text slash html, then string user name equals to get parameter that is your starting with uname, then string password equals to get parameter, that is pwd, then if username equals to was like Ankita, and password equals to like 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it that you have to be out dot print like welcome plus username, जो भी username होगा. Okay, and then else out dot print ln, that is invalid username. Then close the curly bracket. So this is the step 2, and then another close the curly bracket. This is the step 2 that what we had to done, and we have to import it out and like login servlet.java, and जो भी यूज़र नेम होगा, जो भी उसका पासवर्ड होगा, उसके हिसाब से वो वेलकम करेगा यूज़र नेम के हिसाब से, अदरवाइज वो इनवैलिड यूज़र नेम बताएगा. Now we'll go ahead with the step 3 here, and that is for that we have to the web.xml file is to be as follows, and like web.xml here as follows. So in that case, that is XML version equals to 1.0, encoding equals to, that is ISO 8859, that is 1. Then for this we have we have an extensions here. Then we have a servlet name, logging servlet, and then servlet name close. Then again we have a servlet class, then login servlet, and then servlet class close, then servlet tag close. After that servlet mapping, with that in the servlet mapping here, servlet name, logging servlet, and servlet name. Then URL pattern slash servlet slash logging servlet, and then URL pattern that will be closing. I will close the servlet mapping. Okay, so this is all what we have to do in a step 3 here. Now we'll discuss the use of the get and the post with the examples, and in the reference towards it, that is very important because that has been asked in the many time in examination paper as well. And here you have to discuss the use of get and post with examples. So in the get and post in example, so in a get and a post here that we have to discuss. In the get, using a get, it requests limited amount of information that can be sent, and for the post here, that is using the post, large amount of the information that can be sent here. In the get, request is not secured as information is visible in URL, and for the post, this is a secured request here. And for the get one, this request can be bookmarked, and for the post, this request cannot be bookmarked. And for the get, this request is more efficient, and for the post, the request is less efficient. So this is all what the four uses of the get and the post that what we have to discuss. We had discussed about it. So today we will be ending it out here only. And first of all, it's a huge request to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel. so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. As I told you about this startingly, that we had completed unit 4, and in the unit 1 what we had covered up for those students, those who had visited our channel the first time, is your introduction in the web development strategies, history of the web and the internet, the protocols governing web, writing a web project, connecting to the internet, introduction to internet services and tool, introduction to the client server computing, core Java, introduction, operator, data type, variable, array, method and classes, inheritance, package and interfaces, exception handling, multi-thread programming, input output Java applet, string handling, event handling, introduction to AWT controls, layout managers as well. And the unit 2, if I'm talking about for the unit 2, that we had web design, web page designing, जिसमें हमने HTML, CSS and XML डिस्कस किया है. लेकिन HTML, the list, table, images, frames and forms, CSS, document type definition, XML, DTD, XML schema, subjects, model, presenting and using the XML processors, DOM and SAC, dynamic HTML. And in the unit 3, that is your scripting and networking, जो कि हमने 2 पार्ट में करा था. एक आपका पहला पार्ट स्क्रिप्टिंग था, सेकेंड नेटवर्किंग था. स्क्रिप्टिंग में जावा स्क्रिप्ट, इंट्रोडक्शन, डॉक्यूमेंट, फॉर्म, स्टेटमेंट, फंक्शंस, ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड इंट्रोडक्शन टू एजाक्स वो हमने किया है. नेटवर्किंग में इनेट एड्रेसेस, internet addressing, factory method, instance method, TCP/IP, client socket, URL connection, TCP/IP server socket and datagram वो हम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. देन उसके बाद हमने यूनिट 4 किया है. यूनिट 4 हम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं, जो कि एंटरप्राइजेज एंड जावा बीन एक पार्ट था. एंड सेकेंड पार्ट है JDBC, जैसे जावा डेटाबेस कनेक्टिविटी, मार्चिंग फ्रॉम द डेटा टू मल्टीपल टेबल्स. In the enterprising Java bean हमने किया है preparing a class to be a Java bean and creating a Java beans properties, types of beans, stateful sessions beans, stateful session beans and entity beans. And in JDBC we had done the joining, manipulating the database with the JDBC and prepared statement, transaction processing, stored procedure as well. And after that we had started with unit 5, जो कि अभी हम कर रहे हैं, अभी हमने complete नहीं किया है. इसमें भी 2 पार्ट्स में कर रहे हैं, सर्वलेट्स एंड जावा सर्वर पेज. इन द सर्वलेट्स पार्ट, सर्वलेट ओवरव्यू एंड द आर्किटेक्चर वी हैड कंप्लीटेड, इंटरफेस द सर्वलेट एंड द सर्वलेट लाइफ साइकिल कंप्लीटेड, handling HTTP GET request, handling HTTP POST request we had completed, and redirecting requests to the other resources, session tracking, cookies and session tracking, and with the HTTP request session that we have to continue in the next coming classes from the request handling. And after that that is redirecting the request हम लोग वहाँ से करेंगे. then Java server page जो कि JSP है, जो कि आपका सेकेंड पार्ट है यूनिट 5 का, that is your introduction, Java server page, overview of first Java server page, example, implicit object, scripting, standard actions, directive, custom tag libraries, वो हमें नेक्स्ट कमिंग क्लासेस में करना है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट्स अ ह्यूज रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल द व्यूअर्स, प्लीज़ गो थ्रू विद द सब्सक्राइब बटन एंड प्लीज़ लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब अवर चैनल so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video. These were the very important lectures, and other than that we had started with the reasoning. As I told you, हम लोग ने उसमें 178 लेक्चर्स कर लिए हैं, जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लेक्चर्स हैं. वो कंपटीशन में पूछे जाते हैं, हर तरह के कंपटीशन, चाहे वो बैंक का करना चाह रहे हो, चाहे CBI का करना चाह रहे हो, चाहे BSRB का करना चाह रहे हो, चाहे आप कोई भी कंपटीशन करना चाह रहे हो, UTI का करना चाह रहे हो, जिस भी कंपटीशन में आप बैठना चाह रहे हो, सारे डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस हम उसमें करते हैं. ऑलरेडी हमने इसमें नॉन वर्बल रीजनिंग कर लिया है, वर्बल रीजनिंग कंप्लीट कर लिया है, जिसमें जनरल मेंटल एबिलिटी और लॉजिक रीजनिंग का पार्ट था, जो कि 30 टॉपिक्स का था, वो ऑलरेडी हम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. और नॉन वर्बल रीजनिंग में पहले पार्ट पे हैं सीरीज़ में, जो कि इसमें हमने आपको बताया था कि मोर देन 1000 क्वेश्चन हम करेंगे. तो अभी इसमें आई थिंक 200 के अप्रॉक्स या 100 to 200 के अप्रॉक्स हुए हैं. उसमें आप प्लीज़ उसको गो थ्रू कर सकते हैं, सो दैट यू विल बी गेटिंग ऑल द इन्फॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द कॉम्पिटिशन इफ़ यू आर गोइंग थ्रू विद दैट एज वेल. सो एंड बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट्स और भी किए हैं हमने. साइबर सिक्योरिटी किया है, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम किया है, दैट इज़ DPMS किया है, एंड वेब टेक्नोलॉजी ऑलरेडी हम कर रहे हैं. रीजनिंग की मैंने आपको बात बताई थी. एंड अदर देन दैट वी हैड डन मैनी ऑफ द अदर सब्जेक्ट. यू कैन गो थ्रू विद द प्ले लिस्ट. Thanks for subscribing us. Thank you.